It's Sunday, June 4th, 2023. Are you okay?
Yeah, no,
I thought you just
good.
died for a second. You just have a heart attack?
No, it's just loud. Loud in the headphones. Startled me.
This is the Pound for Pound MMA podcast. My name is Tabor Cragen.
My name is Mason Knight. This is episode 165, Kaikar of France versus Albazi recap. After that, we jump to some MMA news, and then we talk about the most highly anticipated pay-per-view event, UFC 289, coming at you Saturday night.
The
June
biggest
10th.
card of the year. Guys, we're so hyped.
I
can't
am
wait.
so jealous for Canada. What a card from top to bottom.
Who
It's
gives
bigger.
a fuck about International Fight Week?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about the BMF belt? We are here to see Nunes and Aldana. We will be breaking down that fight today, boys. We are so hyped. Cannot fucking wait.
You know,
Best
in all
card of the year.
seriousness, that is actually a good matchup. And obviously the co-main. But holy hell, for a pay-per-view, this is the
Hey, this is worth
pay-per-view.
$80. Okay, it's tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Canada, we owed you this. You get what you deserve, by guys. All right. How's everyone doing? I say we just get right into it.
Sure.
Kaikar, France. Albazi. Albazi. My bad. I always call him Albazi. I don't know why. I don't know.
Well, how
why.
about Michael Bisping on the broadcast saying all ballsy? He's like, oh, my apologies.
Albazi.
See,
Albazi. It was a very good fight, man. It was very close. Breaking it down, I did not think the judges got this right decision here. I did not see Albazi.
Albazi. What is so hard about Albazi? It's like literally 6 letters. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to call him Albazi every time. I don't know why. I can't help myself. It's an issue. It is an issue.
Okay.
Albazi.
Dude, you
I can't do it.
You gotta be trolling me right now.
I
just woke up. Is this real life? What are we doing here? Albazi, Amir Albazi.
I'll give him the second round. No, Kaikar France had the second round. I'll give Albaziz the first. It was 2-2 going to third. I did think Albaziz won that, but it was 4-5 Kaikar France. Am I wrong? Like, I don't know. Like, all 3 judges gave 4 and 5 to Kaikar France, correct? Besides one. Was there one judge that gave the 4th to Albaziz?
I don't know. I don't have the scorecard in front of me. The scorecards were all over the place. You had Sal D'Amato, Chris Lee, and then Mike Bell, I think, were the 3 judges.
So Chris Lee
gave
the
him
4th.
Yeah, Chris Lee gave Albazi the 4th round for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I mean, it was close.
But, Sal D'Amato and Mike Bell gave a 4 and 5 to Car France.
Yeah, I think he won. Let's go with 2-4-5. That makes sense to me. I did think it was 3-2. That just makes most sense. I just watched it this morning. I didn't get to watch it last night. So it was very strange. A lot of the community is very angry that this decision ended up going this way. It was a split decision there. Was it close enough to say it was? Like, how did you see it going, really? Like, I don't really know.
It's kind of hard to. Are we okay back there, Dev?
Yeah, I just was switching something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it was super close, in my opinion. It could have, I get it. People are mad and they're like, oh, it was a robbery, but I'm kind of more on the side of Dana here. It was a pretty close fight. I'm just bummed because I had 3rd round submission for Albazi at a plus 2,500. And when he had that choke and he almost won $200. So I was like screaming. I was like so upset, but it is what it is.
I thought
it was a good fight, man. Honestly,
it was a good fight, but I feel like both men lost it. Like, I would have been cool to draw with this one because no guy really at the end. I really felt like nobody was really willing to take risks. No one was willing to go get knocked out to go get a finish,
Mm-hmm.
And it was very entertaining. And I did think Kaikar France definitely started putting that on at the very end, but it's like you can't wait till there's 1 minute left in the fight to fucking really bite down your mouthpiece and go for it. Like, you should have done that a lot earlier. And, maybe it would have been a more solidified victory in your name if you had done that. So yeah, I think, you could say Kaikar France lost his fight in that aspect. I think both these men lost his fight in that aspect. I really felt like neither guy was trying to take risks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I did enjoy it, though. It was a good. I'm just going to be honest, man. I fucking hated this whole card. I wasn't happy. There was some good fights on it, but I was like, nothing was really pulling me into this card being saying, like, I need to watch this live right
Did you watch the whole card, Tabor?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It was all right. I thought the Alex Caceres fight was okay. I thought, Jim Miller was very impressive, but he knocked out a guy he should have knocked out.
Yeah, but still, I mean, we'll get to the side of Jim Miller, but man, what a super impressive career. Again, one of my favorite fighters to ever do it in the octagon. And it's crazy. The guy will fight at UFC 100, UFC 200, and UFC 300. Like, you want to talk about the staple in the sport, it's Jim Miller. Like, he is that guy. Future Hall of Famer, no doubt. And that knockout, that clean, crisp left hand, and then to follow up with it again, I mean, goodness gracious. We'll talk about that a little later, though. But the co-main, you want to move on to the co-main?
You want to do picks first?
Sure.
We don't even talk about that. All right. I put 1,000 on France, 1,000 on France KO, didn't hit.
Yeah, I put 1,000 on Albazi, and then Kaikar France 200 decision.
All right. Sorry, just real quick. I also kind of agreed. I think you said Kai 2, 4, and 5. I also agreed with that going into the judges' scorecards. I don't know how. For a while there, Sal was doing okay, and we apologized to Sal multiple times, but once again, fumbled it. He didn't give Kai a single round in the first 3, which I feel like is pretty egregious. Pretty egregious. I get it was a close fight, but not a single round in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, those are the closest ones.
So for that, Sal.
And he'll always be in our prayers because of it, But yeah, let's move on to the co-main event. Alex Caceres, Daniel Pineda. It was just, as much as I want to sit here and praise Alex Caceres, because I should, the man has evolved so much in this game, and we've seen it right before our eyes. I mean, he's been fighting for so fucking long. I think it's been like 7 years now in the UFC.
Well, it was he was season 12 of The Ultimate Fighter, and we are on season 31. That tells you anything.
It hasn't been 20 years, has it?
No, because sometimes you have 2 seasons in a year, but it's been a long decade. Yeah,
fuck, it's been a long time, and I really do. I agree with him. And before this fight even said, he was saying in a lot of his interviews that he feels like he's getting into his prime right now, and I think that shows in those performances. Dude, he has just been 2 steps ahead of everybody they put in front of him so far.
Yeah, he's been fighting in the UFC since 2011.
Damn, yeah, that's a long time. So what? Yeah,
his first fight in 2011 was on UFC on Fox 1, Velasquez versus Dos Anjos.
Oh, damn.
And that's when he was fighting bantamweight. It's crazy.
Absolutely insane. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, I'm going to praise Alex because he looked fantastic. But Daniel Pineda, it was another one I feel like he was not willing to take risks to just, he tried shooting. He tried his best, but I don't know. I feel like there should have been a little more effort to get Caceres down to the ground.
Yeah, I thought it was a little weird because I felt like a couple times Caceres could have finished Pineda, especially with those body shots. You could see they were effective. Pineda was keeling over. He was having a hard time breathing, understandably, because those body shots were vicious. I mean, Caceres was pinpoint accurate with them, and he looked great. And I was very, very impressed and entertained with this fight. But there were some choices that Caceres made where I was like, why are you going for a takedown right now? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why are you trying to clinch up? Just finish it. But ultimately he didn't finish it, but won a decisive, decision, 29-28 in all 3 judges' scorecards. But overall, I thought it was a good fight. I've always loved Caceres. And yeah, we've seen him evolve a lot over the course of 12 years now in the UFC and the career longevity. And I don't know. He's just a fun fighter. I always like Bruce Leroy. I get excited when he's on a card. So, shout out to Alex Caceres getting the job done again.
Absolutely. Let's move on to picks. I took Pineda 200, didn't hit.
Yeah, I took Caceres for 1,000. Got a return of 606.
All right, Jim Miller, Jesse Butler. I mean, Jim Miller just made it look easy. He just marched him down and fucking landed the most beautiful 1-2 I've ever seen and just flatlined the dude. And then a little extra one down in the bottom just to make sure. Beautiful.
Yes, it was. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And it doesn't get
perfect.
For a guy who has been fighting as long as Jim Miller has, he's almost 40 years old. Obviously, he wants to fight at UFC 300. This could not have been the better script for him. He can have a quick turnaround. He can fight sometime in November. And then, kind of like the timeline of when UFC 300 will happen is roughly around April or May of next year. So, I mean, he could get one more fight in before fighting at UFC 300, which was his game plan. I listened to his post-fight press conference. I mean, the guy was just happy as can be. And he's just one of those good dudes, man. He's just solid all the way around. So shout out to Jim Miller, still getting it done, man. Still knocking dudes out. Like, it's not even like this guy's like barely etching out like decision victories.
No, he looks good every single time he gets in there.
Great, man. He's got so much power in his hands still at almost 40 years old. And the guy's in shape too. I mean, like tremendous shape.
Still making 155.
Yeah, still making 155. Still looking great. Fighting like a dog. I love it, man. Yeah. So shout out to Jim Miller.
I can't wait.
Future Hall of Famer.
Give him fucking any unranked guy in the lightweight division next. I want him to get another victory. I want him to be on a 3-fight winning streak. That'd be crazy. Imagine retiring a UFC 300. Just absolutely legendary stuff right there.
After fighting at 100 and 200.
Crazy. That'd be absolutely awesome. So shout out Jim Miller. This was a push for us. He was fighting Jared Gordon. At first, that fight ended up dropping out. So no money was made on this bet.
And RIP Jesse Butler.
Oh, yeah. That he's back to PFL. So let's move on to the next division here. Another flyweight fight. Tim Elliott, the kid himself, against Victor Altamirano.
Altamirano, yeah. Tim Elliott, I mean, second most control time in the UFC in UFC history. And it was kind of more or less the exact same thing that Tim Elliott always does, like he'll get you, he'll hold you down, and he'll implement some wrestling, maybe throw some shots, but Tim Elliott is a phenomenal fighter. Don't get me wrong, but like the finishing factor isn't always there, unless it's like via submission, and Victor was doing a good job of trying to defend it. And it was just more or less the same. I think Tim Elliott was just too much for Victor Altamirano. But boy, oh boy, I'm really happy for Tim Elliott. Man, I don't know. Did you hear the story?
No.
What? What?
No.
Oh, boy.
That's MMA news.
Okay. No. We need to talk about it, though, because he just fought.
So I was just saying that should have been MMA news.
Again, other MMA podcasts are talking about it, and he came out publicly and talked about it. So I feel like, we're not spilling any beans.
I heard about the divorce.
Oh, the divorce. Right. So Tim Elliott, which shout out to Tim Elliott. I'm so glad he got the win because, man, this guy has gone through hell. So his ex-wife, who was also a fighter, they got married, right? And I guess Tim Elliott's best friend, who literally was like doing the vows for them at their wedding night, something like that, or like was part an integral part of the wedding. His ex-wife and his best friend were in like having an affair. They had sex on their wedding night when Tim Elliott took his daughter home, right, from the wedding. His ex-wife had sex with his best friend that night, and they continued their relationship throughout the course of Tim Elliott and his ex-wife, who was a former UFC fighter, continued their relationship the entire time. So since day one of the marriage, your best friend was banging your wife.
And that's why Tim Elliott's going to be on Fresh and Fit this week.
Yeah.
Bro.
Fuck.
I mean, imagine how bad you feel for Tim. Like,
fuck that bitch.
I forget. Yeah. I forget her name, and I forget it was Kevin Kroom. I think it was Kevin Kroom.
You know what?
So they fighting each other?
Yeah, I know, dude. And you know what? I didn't get a watch because we were at the casino, but I didn't get to see
his post fight.
Yeah, his post fight.
You know what? You know what we think of that?
UFC fighter explains why he publicly accused MMA fighter's wife of cheating with teammate on wedding day.
Jesus Christ,
bro!
Hopefully he wins the.
What's her name?
I gotta find it here. I'm pulling up an article.
Regardless of what her name is, I think we can all agree like she should definitely
go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Well,
and you kind of you gotta.
Get get your fucking shit together. My
That's
God.
her.
Yeah,
Gina.
well, I mean, at the same time, Tim, you fucking dipshit. Maybe you shouldn't have married this chick. You should have known, my guy. Like, it's not that hard to figure that kind of shit out.
What?
How long were they married for?
What do you mean it's not hard to figure out? If people are lying to your face, bro, like, shut up. Like, dude, you could
tell. There was signs, and there's always signs you could see, man.
Bro, that's what I gotta say. Fucking so like
that's what I gotta say.
Silly.
Like, if you couldn't figure that out, bro, like I'm not. I get it. That fucking sucks. It's horrible. But I mean, like, my guy.
What?
How could you not tell,
bro, dude? Like, I hope you never get cheated on, but bro, I can't. Like, if you do, like, I'm gonna laugh in your fucking face and be like, dude, you have no fucking idea. Like, you really don't. When you dedicate your life to someone and you expect someone to love you, you don't expect them to cheat on you.
How long was this guy married for?
100%. Well, I mean, day one he was cheated on, but I don't know how
crazy, man.
I mean, I don't know how long they were married for, but it was Gina Mazzani. She was also a UFC fighter.
Well,
but, bro,
it was happening. It had to, it's not. I bet you it was happening beforehand. Obviously.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
it's like maybe
it's on the wedding.
Like you,
yeah, on
like
the
it, like day. That's like his situation's real unique because if it was happening even before they got married, like I don't know, that's just weird. Like I feel like he should have seen something. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's fucking whatever.
Are you victim shaming him right now?
No, I just think it's fucking kind of weird. Like he married a chick that I don't know. Like that was before he got married. Like it's different when like you're getting cheated on. I don't know. It's just different. It's weird. Yeah. I feel for the guy. That fucking sucks. That's crazy. I hope he gets money. I hope he sues. Probably not.
Yeah,
I mean, what's he gonna do? I mean,
trust me, he ain't getting
shit.
This guy ain't getting a dime.
Crazy. I hope he fights that guy in the UFC at least. I'll put some money on him.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if Kevin Kroom's even around anymore.
They should just sign him for a 1-fight deal just so they can get it done.
Bro, I'd love to see that. And Tim goes out there and knocks him out. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, brutal. Brutal story, but I'm really happy for Tim, dude. I mean, this guy's been around forever as well. Has fought the best of the best. I mean, at one point fought Demetrius Johnson and went 5 rounds with him. So, yep. Shout out to Tim Elliott getting the job done. Bro, I'm not laughing at it. Like, I feel fucking horrible for him. Yeah. That sucks. But I'm just glad he's still, getting the job. I don't know. Okay, so Karine Silva, Ketlin Souza. Bro, I'm telling you, dude, Karine Silva is a killer. This chick is a killer. If she is fighting anyone at any time, I don't care what the line is, you lay the house down on Karine Silva. She will be a future champ. Mark my words. I'm not kidding. I've never been so hyped on someone coming up in the rankings the way I am Karine Silva. But dude,
you know what? She could be
savage.
She could be a potential fight for later for Amanda. That'd be great.
Huh? She's flyweight. So you mean Valentina?
Oh, is she? I forgot to change that. Yeah. Oh well, let's just.
Well, either way, it is what it is. But yeah, no, she's gonna cause some problems, dude. And obviously, I want to see her still slow play, leading up. I mean, this is only her 3rd fight in the UFC, so I'm not saying throw her to Valentina or something.
3rd to the Wolves. Do you think it's wiser for fighters to kind of take the Sugar Sean route until they get bigger contracts, they have more fights to take these risks of bigger, more dangerous opponents?
I do. I kind of, I would shit on boxing initially. But I understand the boxing model, but in a faster pace for MMA where I don't feel like a boxer needs 50
this was featherweight?
fights. Huh?
Was this featherweight?
No, it was flyweight.
Okay. Yeah,
it says featherweight down there. Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck?
Who said featherweight?
It's on we put it on
that's
the
why
I was like,
forgot to change it.
I was like, what the hell?
She's not featherweight. No, she's flyweight.
I was like, damn, she's the smallest featherweight I've ever seen.
Kidding. No, but I forget what I was saying.
Yeah, my bad.
No, it's fine. But anyway,
I was just so confused.
Dude, that leg lock. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd like to see Catlin try to do the Dougie after that because that was fucking disgusting, dude.
She couldn't put any pressure on that leg. It was awful. It was absolutely.
It looked
awful.
like she just ripped her shit like bad. Like you saw the snap, you saw the pop. That was crazy, absolutely insane. I mean, we all saw it coming. Dude. We all saw that coming.
I know.
She just kind of like that was a very like a bad mistake to make, man. That might have ruined her leg for a long time.
Yeah, dude. That's why.
Was that
I'm
ACL?
not
Like
doing
if they
that. I'm
talked
not
about any
doing
of that, is either her ACL snapping or maybe her MCL or something. She just the way she pulled that to the side. I'm just gonna keep talking about it because how
Stop,
uncomfortable you're
dude.
getting.
I can't.
Dude,
do
snap
it,
that
dude.
tendon in half. That was
Those knees,
brutal.
man, you can just feel every tendon rip in your leg. It's just not a great feeling.
She's gonna be a fucking problem, dude. Like that level of jujitsu. I don't know a lot of jujitsu girls that are that high level in flyweight right now.
Oh, I know. And oh yeah, the slow play thing. So it's not like boxing where it's like 50 fights, but I do want to see MMA fighters take that slow roll, maybe 6, 7, 8 fights, and they go on an 8-fight winning streak. Then you throw them a top 10. They get a win in a top 10, then top 5, and then title shot. So that's kind of like what I want to see for Karine Silva. I still want her to get, better, slow playing it, better competition. But dude, I think she's going to destroy anyone in front of her. Like she's so good. So good.
All right. Yeah, she's going to destroy some girls, and I feel bad for her next opponent because I'm taking her in those ones. So let's take their coin bets. I had it on Silva. So did you. We had the same bet, 500 coins. We've got a return of 227. Let's move on to the Ogduok Barn. Who gives a fuck what his name is? Nurmagomedov versus Ezekiel Zaleski dos Santos. I'm not going to lie. I did not have fun watching this fight. I was very bored. Nurmagomedov, his wrestling was not living up to that name. He was struggling the whole fight and would not stop just going for those takedowns. So I did think Dos Santos won this fight barely.
Yeah, I would
Barely.
have to agree with that. But boy, oh boy, what a snooze fest!
It was
this one
horrible.
was.
It was a
just,
horrible
like,
fight.
So boring. Abukar Nurmagomedov. I mean, I don't know. It's just like he was trying to grapple, but he like wasn't doing anything with it. He was just essentially leaning up on him. And then Dos Santos, he, to his credit, tried to finish him sometimes, I guess.
This fight sucked, man.
It was bad. So
it was bad. It is what it is. Yeah. We didn't have any church coin on this. Let's move on to MMA news. I guess the biggest news really was the Tim Elliott shit. I didn't even fucking know that. That's still crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
he
still
came out
fucking
publicly
like, what
and
the
talked
fuck?
about it like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's crazy.
Wild. Dude.
That's crazy.
Wild
Yeah, I had no idea. There wasn't all that much MMA news. Nothing was really all that juicy, but we did get a couple gems here from Dana in his last press conference he's given. And Dana says it's very unclear what Conor's future is. Conor's also been coming out saying that he wants to fight 4 times this next year. Saying like, I know, let's take it with let's take it easy.
We're lucky to get it once.
Conor wants to say Conor's been talking a lot, dude. He says he wants to fight 4 times this next year. He's ready for the greatest comeback the sport has ever seen. Essentially, he wants to fight Volkanovski. He's calling Volkanovski out. They're talking about maybe doing that fight at lightweight.
I'm for that, Dana, by the way. I'm for that, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Why?
of course.
Yeah.
But then
Volk
Dana
takes him down and smashes him.
Yeah.
Connor's saying a lot, but then Dana comes out and he goes, man, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't even know if this Chandler fight is going to happen, essentially what it's saying. So my question is to you guys, like, is this Chandler fight happening? Will it happen next year?
I actually agree with the second little note that we have here. What Triple C had to say on the Conor situation.
Go ahead.
Triple C said that Conor McGregor has a better shot against Leon Edwards than he does Michael Chandler. And actually, stylistically, I'd have to agree with that. Now, I think Leon Edwards would win the fight, and I'm not disrespecting Leon Edwards in any capacity, but boy, that's a great matchup. Stylistically, that makes a lot more sense. I mean, you got Chandler with the wrestling. You got Chandler with, the explosive power. How does Conor deal with that? I will say he put, Aldo to sleep pretty fast and Alvarez, to get the featherweight and lightweight belt.
Chandler's a little chinny.
Yeah, can
cracked
be.
him.
Yeah, can be. And Conor could land that left hand, and that could be all she wrote. But man, I actually like that Leon Edwards versus Conor fight. I don't think that'll happen right away, obviously. But down the road, if Leon retains the belt and there's no one else in that welterweight division, then yeah, let's make that fight happen.
I don't think Conor's getting a title shot at 170.
I think if he can beat Chandler, I think if he can beat one more guy after that. Why not?
Well, I think I'm going to be honest here. I think Colby's going to beat Leon. So I think they're going to end up doing something else.
That's
I don't
fair.
think Connor's going to get a shot against Leon, unless Connor calls Leon out, regardless if Leon has a belt or not. I thought that was very weird for Triple C to come out and say that, because I do think Leon would take Connor in that fight easily. I mean, just the way Leon's stylist, the way his striking is and how much power he's got, how much bigger he is than Connor. Like, the dude is a massive welterweight. So I think he'd fuck him up. But do you think Connor's even going to fight next year? I thought it was very strange how Dana is just coming out publicly and saying he has no idea what's going to happen with Connor here in the next future. He doesn't even know if this Chandler fight's going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know if Connor's going to fight. This is something that we deal with all the time, every single year, where it's like Connor will say he fights, and then sometimes he does. He came out for the Dustin Poirier fights, but it's Connor's timing. And Connor's timing is weird, erratic, wild. He'll come out in 1 year and be like, I want to fight 4 times this year, and then doesn't fight.
Just high on
and
coke.
Then he'll be like, yeah. And then he'll be like, yeah, I'm thinking about retiring. And then like 2 months later, he's got a fight signed. So it's like, it's Conor McGregor. It's on his time, whatever deal that he wants. Biggest athlete in the sport. Obviously, we all know this. So whatever, until they announce something, I just don't give a fuck. I just don't care.
Did you watch The Ultimate Fighter?
Of course I watched The Ultimate
Was it good?
Fighter.
I haven't watched
it
yet.
Yes, it's good.
Okay, I'm going to watch when I get home.
Yeah, you guys got to do your due diligence so we can talk about it, and then we could,
Well,
break
let's talk
it
about
down.
it. Break it down for me.
MMA
I
news.
saw the fight. Roosevelt Roberts got the first round KO. Strange they brought him back for The Ultimate Fighter.
I always liked Roosevelt Roberts.
Me
I
too.
actually was unaware that he was cut from the UFC, so
I
that
knew,
was kind of a surprise to me. But that vicious like spinning kick, the way he left the UFC was rough. Yeah.
Yeah, very rough.
But yeah, he got the job done right away. I mean, within like 30 seconds.
I love the hour of build up for a fight that ends in 30 seconds.
It was crazy because Roosevelt Roberts gets the win. He's on Chandler's team. And then Roosevelt's walking out of the octagon and Connor's mad. He's like pacing back and forth. And then, Roosevelt Roberts goes up to shake Connor's hand and Connor sucker punches him right in the face. So Roosevelt Roberts out for the count.
He just knocks him out.
Talking about just the most
His
drama.
head hits the fucking concrete.
Yeah. Still no.
It just zooms in on Dana's face. That was fucking illegal.
That was fucking illegal. Cocaine ain't cheap. I love that video where it's like motivational. It's like, cocaine ain't cheap.
I love the one where he's like, I
Gotta
smoke
make money.
marijuana so I don't go home and beat my wife.
Oh, it's so funny, dude. Those memes and those videos are so funny.
I love it. No, so The Ultimate Fighter is good. Okay.
Yes.
Good. I'll
You
watch
gotta
this
check it
season.
out.
Why not?
Yeah, it's fun. It's going to be fun. Wednesday nights, or Tuesday or Wednesday nights.
I think it's Tuesdays.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, I would like to watch them live, but I don't get to, but I watch them that night. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. So stay tuned, guys. If you want to review The Ultimate Fighter with us, we'll do that. We'll talk about the fights and everything week by week. If it's good, I actually want there to be real drama. Is Chandler just a fucking square the whole time? Like everyone thinks he's going to be?
It was one episode, so like there wasn't really a lot of drama, but they kind of did the preview for the whole season, and it looks like it gets interesting.
Okay. Could just be editing. Well, no, selective editing.
True.
That's how those reality TV shows go. So, yeah. Also, Dana did drop us another gem. It's more boxing bullshit that, there's not much news, guys. So we're going to talk about this. Dana says that the offer for Fury to come to UFC still stands. It's never going to happen, man. Like, Fury ain't going to fight in the octagon. Like, so all this talk, all this bullshit, all this back and forth with John Jones and Tyson Fury and all that, I feel like it's just taking a big shit right on my chest because I want to see that so bad. Like, I really do. Like, it really piques my interest, whatever sport it's in, but it doesn't matter what sport it's in. It's never going to happen. It's never going to get signed. So it really is just a giant shit on me. That's how I feel about that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, Dana offered it, but it's never going to come to fruition. It's just a bunch of, big heavyweights talking shit. Who's the baddest man on the planet? Who's the baddest man on the planet? Like, who cares? That's where I stand on that. So, yeah, it is what it is.
All right, let's move on to our preview show then. UFC 289, Canada. We're bringing you this gem here, this absolute fucking goated matchup with Amanda Nunes and Irene Aldana as the headliner here. Amanda Nunes is coming in at a minus 330 to a plus 260. Irene Aldana. I'm actually shocked these lines aren't bigger.
Really?
Yeah, because Nunes is Nunes, my baby. Like, remember, she's always like minus 800.
Yeah.
Like, it's just now it's like we saw her lose, then we did see her win her belt back, but now it's like people are like, okay, so she is human. She isn't a cyborg. But Irene Aldana, I think this is actually a very interesting matchup. I actually would give Irene Aldana a legitimate chance in this fight. I think she could, without a doubt, finish Amanda Nunes if she put some of those beautiful combinations together. Amanda Nunes is a brawler. Is she going to be a technical brawler, or is she going to go out there and attack Irene and push Irene up against the fence? I think Irene, if she lands the counter shots correctly, if she puts the power on the chin, if she's pinpoint accurate, she could knock out Amanda Nunes early in this fight.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you got to respect the power. You got to respect the power of Irene Aldana. She's definitely got it. From her 14 victories, she's 8 of them by KO. And the biggest question is, like, is Amanda still motivated? Obviously, she got that fight back against Juliana Pena, dominated her. She's got a wife, a family, a boatload of money, I should say. And it's like, is she still there for the right reasons? Does she still want to compete? My personal opinion, yeah, it's Amanda Nunes, of course. But you gotta kind of have the narrative going into this fight. And then Irene Aldana, also 35, same age as Amanda Nunes, is finally realizing her potential at gold. How motivated is she?
I think she's extremely motivated, and she she has 2 other fellow Mexican champions that she could use for motivation as well. So now we have Alexa Grasso and Yair Rodriguez. So there we are. We are back. Yeah, very strange here. Yeah, Irene Aldana has got all the motivation in the world. It's just what kind of Amanda Nunes shows up. Is Amanda Nunes just going to blitzkrieg her? Because I think that'd be the worst thing for her to do. She needs to fight like she did in that Juliana Pena rematch. She needs to go out there, completely outclass Irene and take her time. I think she can do that. She definitely has the skill. But if Irene starts landing, does Amanda Nunes get that Cody Garbrandt, start channeling her inner Cody and maybe go for something? I think that'd be extremely dangerous if she did.
Yeah, there's a good potential for that. I just if you're betting on a dog this week, I think Irene Aldana is the right one to bet on.
I think so too. I think you could do like an underdog parlay.
Yeah.
Is Dariush a dog?
No, Oliveira's the dog at a plus 110.
I'm telling you, dude, you do Irene Aldana, Charles, and like Fugget,
Nate the Train,
or Nate the Train in a dog fucking parlay. That might hit.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that'd be wild. That would be a wild parlay. But, Irene Aldana can get it done, but I think the way she gets it done is via KO. I don't see her winning a decision.
I agree.
And if Amanda implements the ground game, I think Amanda can 5-0 her as well, like she did Juliana Pena. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I think Irene's got to keep this on the feet and make it a brawl. Kind of the same way Amanda Nunes versus Chris Cyborg, how, again, like made it a brawl, and then Amanda was able to catch her with the more, the cleaner strikes. Irene's kind of got to do the same to Nunes here. Try to keep it on the feet and just throw bombs, spray and pray.
Let's do it.
All right. So, Tabor, who are you picking in this main event?
My heart and soul wants to go with Amanda, but I need some cheddar here. I'm down about 5,000 coins from you, so I need to do something big this week. I'm coming in with a total of 3,183 coins, guys. Mason has a total of 8,939 coins after last week. This is the last final showdown for the Church Coin Championship of this little leg here, so I need to do something big. I'm going to go with Irene Aldana. I'm going to go with the dog. I'm going to put 250 on her, and I'm also, my prop bet is going to be Irene KO 250. Now, I really don't know if this is going to happen or not. I think it'll be a massive upset, one of the craziest ones in UFC history, but I do think it can happen. Irene Aldana has got that power. She's got that accuracy. She's got that technique. She's got fantastic boxing. So as long as she can keep it on the feet, like you were saying, Mason, I really do think she has a chance as long as it is on the feet. If Amanda Nunes takes her down, it's fucking over. It's over for her. I really do believe that. So I'm going to go Irene 250, Irene KO 250 as well.
Okay, yeah. I am going to go with the champ here. I kept going back and forth. But Tabor went first and went Irene, so we're going to make it interesting. I'm going to go ahead and let's put 1,200 on Nunes, but then I'm going to hedge here because I do believe Aldana can get it done with the KO. And I do see that her being the only road to victory. So give me 600 on the KO for Aldana. All right, moving on to the co-main event.
This is one I'm excited for.
Of the evening. Charles Oliveira, 33-9, coming in at a plus 110 to a minus 130. Beneil Dariush, 22-4-1. Boy, oh boy, this is a hell of a matchup, and I do believe a title eliminator. Tabor, what are your thoughts on this one?
Do you agree with the line here? Do you think Beneil should
the
be
line
favorite?
should be a little closer? Or
Yeah.
It is close. It's essentially
pretty close, but I mean,
Yeah, it's
Beneil being
essentially
the
a
favorite here at a minus 135, I'd actually think Charles would be.
I'm
I'm shocked Charles is a dog.
I'm fine with it.
Even though it's a
I'm
slight
throwing
dog.
I'm throwing some money on
I don't know.
Charles.
I think
I'm fine with Beneil. Sorry to cut you off.
Mhm.
I'm fine with Beneil being the favorite. I just thought it'd be like a little closer. I mean, Beneil has to be the favorite. He's on a 10-fight win streak.
Yeah,
You
the
have
win
to make
streak
him the
is
favorite.
impressive.
But for like a plus 110 or whatever it is, it seems a little. I thought it'd be a little closer, but
I thought it'd be like a minus 110 apiece.
yeah, I thought it'd be kind of
This is
like
a
a
pick 'em
pick'em
fight, dude. Like this is a pick 'em fight.
But
in
if
my
we're
opinion.
betting, I'm fine with
I'm
this.
totally cool.
I'm fine
I
with
might
this.
take Charles in this, dude, because I think he's gonna have the better jiu-jitsu. But those transitions, the scrambles, dude. I watched this a TikTok the other day. It was just highlights of the scrambling transitions and the between Beneil and Gamrot. Some of the highest level you'll see in the game.
Beneil is known to have really, he's really great. I do feel like Charles might have slightly better cardio. Is my only thing here, but I'd take Charles on the ground. But Beneil has more power than Charles, I feel like, and they've both been caught times before
Beneil's
in
got
fights.
a chin,
but
dude.
Beneil's got a chin, and I think he has a stronger chin possibly than Charles. No disrespect. So I do think we do see like a lot of these fighters, they get hit with that check left hook. I mean, it's what sat Charles down before. It's what we keep seeing these fighters get sat down with. But Beneil throws like that overhand right. So Charles may be able to stand in the pocket. I don't know. It's going to be a very entertaining fight, I feel. But if Beneil does win, I don't think it's by decision. I think it's by knockout. And if Charles wins, I think it's going to be by sub.
I don't think it goes decision.
I don't think it goes to decision at all.
Yeah, I think someone's getting finished.
I think early in the fight too, like first round.
I'd agree. I would agree.
Yeah, see,
actually.
I think this fight actually might go to a decision. I think both of them have pretty good jiu-jitsu defense. Obviously Charles got submitted by Islam Makhachev, but who doesn't? I love this matchup, and I do agree with the line here. I would actually give Beneil Dariush the favorite here. I mean, he's on a 8-fight winning streak. That fight against Matsuts Gamrot was absolutely incredible. The road to Charles Oliveira winning the belt was really something special. I mean, the guy's been in the UFC for so long. People said he didn't have the heart, the grit, the determination to ever be champion. And he didn't go out there and just win the belt, but also defended it.
Submitted everyone.
Yeah, submitted everyone and just, worked through so much adversity. But I do believe it's Beneil Dariush's time. I mean, he's literally on an 8-fight win streak. He's had to just win and win and win, and they just won't give this man a shot. It is very, very sad. So I think with a win over Charles Oliveira, former lightweight champion of the world, you got to give him his opportunity, Dana. For that reason, I'm going with Beneil Dariush here. I'm going to put 1,500 on Beneil for the win.
Okay, that's a big one. That's a big boy bet. I like that. Yeah. I like that bet. I don't know, dude. I feel like this fight's so hard to pick because both men can win anywhere. Whether it stays on the feet, either guy can win. Charles, fantastic striker. So is Beneil. Beneil's got a chin too. He can eat those shots to land to his own counters. And if it goes down to the ground, I just can't wait to see what kind of grappling transitions we have because Beneil might be the best scrambler in the game right now. And I'd love to see what he looks like with Charles Oliveira trying to get on top of him or vice versa. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm just very excited for this fight. It's one of the best matchups you can make here in the lightweight division. All that being said, I don't want to count either man out. Like both of these men's story so far has been everyone's counted them out. Both of them. I'm going Beneil. I can't do it. The 8-fight winning streak, I can't do it to the man. He needs to fight Islam Makhachev. I do think Beneil can get it done. Whether it goes decision or he gets a finish, I'm going to go Beneil Dariush, 250 coins.
I just don't. I love this fight, but I'm just disappointed that one of them has to
lose.
Get set. Like one of them, Beneil should already be fighting. Should have already fought for the title. He should be fighting for the title. So if he loses this and gets set back, he's not fighting for the title for another 3 years. I mean, it's pretty
It'll be
fucking
a while.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So at the same time, you want Charles to get that redemption, get back there, but it's Beneil's time, man. Like, I just don't understand how you can just not give him, just get overlooked and disrespected. I mean, it's really ridiculous. I don't know why Dana does this, to be honest. It's very weird.
It's only in this division.
Has
It's just it's so stacked.
Has any other fighter been on such a streak and just hasn't gotten a shot? Like, literally Leon. I mean,
Yeah,
Leon. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, what is he worried about? Sales? Like, why? I just don't understand. What is the
nobody wanted
process?
to fight Beneil? He couldn't get a top 5 fight. He's fighting even his last fight, Gamrot, the top 10 guy. It's like he can't get a top 5 fight. Nobody wants to fight him. He's finally getting it with a former champion.
If no one wants to fight him, and then sign him up for a shot.
Which is why they did that with Islam.
It's like if no one wants to fight him, then guess what? You're gonna fight for the title. If all these guys are saying no, fine. Then he's going to the title, and you can't complain because you didn't want to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting a little silly. I get that no one wants to fight down.
Well, they did. In all fairness, they did give him Islam, Makhachev. But that fight fell through.
But it's like at this point, dude, just give the man a title shot. I'm so tired of waiting.
I know.
And these guys get, they're at their A game, and then they might start slipping a little bit and getting older. And it's like, well, he should have fought for the title 2 years ago. This is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. So, picks are in, correct?
Yep.
Let's move on to the next matchup. We have Mike Mallet at a -210 to a +175. Adam Fugget. You know me. I'm going with Fugget every time. Because Fugget, I need to put on some more coins on some dogs here. Actually, I do like Fugget's style. Let's be honest. He says, I'm going to do it. I can't. I want to stop. No more jokes. I do like Fugget's style. He goes out there. He bangs. I don't know this Mike guy. Who is this Mike Mallet guy?
Mike Mallet is exactly that, a mallet. The
Just
guy
knocks everyone out.
Yeah, he's got 9 finishes. He's got 9 wins, 9 finishes, 4 of them by KO, 5 by submission. Just obliterated Mickey Gall last year. I mean, destroyed the man's
Mickey
face
Gall
in the first round.
That's so impressive.
Yeah. So
I'm so blown away with that impressive achievement.
I'm going with Mike Mallet here. I'm going to put 175 coin or no, 210 coin on Mallet for the win.
All right. I'm going to go Fugget because Fugget, why not 100 coins on him? Let's go on to Dan Ige and Nate the Train Landwehr. I actually love this fucking fight, dude.
I
love this fight.
Such a great fight, and I feel like either fighter could get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But since I'm betting and the lines aren't so good, I might have to bet for Nate.
Nate the Train. Okay, so I love Nate.
I think this goes the distance. I truly do. But each man has the power to put the other out. But I think this goes the distance.
I know. I just think so. Here's the thing. I think Ige is the more technical striker, but Nate can make it dirty. If he can get in the clinch, if he can take him down, maybe try a couple submissions, I think Nate could win the fight. But if Nate tries to just stand and bang, I think Ige is just the better, more technical striker. But this is a fun matchup. You never count Nate the Train out,
heart.
dude. The guy is insane.
The guy's got heart for days, and I really do think he could just say, fuck you, and just go out there and will himself into a victory because we've seen it happen so many times before with this man. I love Dan Ige. 50K is my guy.
Ige, but
I fucking love this guy.
The
but
lines are just too, not good enough for me.
The lines are silly.
Out of plus 4,100, I have to do Charles and I have to do Chris Curtis and I have to do Nate. I'm sorry.
Nate the Train. Yeah.
I love that fucking
off
parlay.
$20, $50, you get a couple of G's. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Nate the Train, dude. He could will himself into that victory, and I think this is a perfect matchup for him to break into the top of this division. And he's kind of in his prime right now, so he's got to strike gold. He's got to catch that lightning in a bottle now while he still can. And I think this is the perfect matchup for him to do. I'm gonna go Nate the Train. Why not? Let's put some cheddar on the dog, baby. So let's go Nate the Train. 250.
I really expected you to go Dan Ige. You're like one of Dan Ige's biggest fans.
I like Dan Ige, and he's good. He's very good. But, on paper, Dan Ige should win this fight.
Wow.
But Nate the Train, there's something about Nate the Train. It's like the dude is just like
I think Nate's going to be very explosive in the first round.
He's got a hype train behind him. Fuck it, why not? Let's get on the hype train. We're going to the fucking Pound Town, so let's see what happens.
All right. Well, the thing with Nate the Train, Dan Ige, You ain't going to finish Dan Ige. Dan Ige has never been finished in his career. The 6 losses have all come via decision.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a brawl.
Yeah.
If Nate the Train is going to win, it's probably going to be by decision. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be a brawl. Does Nate have enough? He's got to, I'm telling you right now, he's got to implement that clinch work in the wrestling, and he's got to take him down. He's got to try to keep him down. That's a tough order. That's a really tough order here. My heart wants to go with Nate the Train here. I think Ige is probably going to win the fight, but I'm riding the hype train too. I have
Fuck
to.
it.
Nate the Train, baby. Give me 500 on Nate the Train for the win.
All right, let's move on to the next matchup. We have Marc-Andre Barriault at a -3, 135 to +115. Eric Anders. Eric Anders is just, I love this guy. Like, he's got a lot of heart. He's got a lot of determination and toughness. But I mean, the guy just doesn't fight. He doesn't fight. He doesn't go out there and throw. He tries to set up a massive KO fucking punch that doesn't come, my guy. You need to throw more fucking
Chris
strikes.
Daukaus.
Okay, great. Good for you. Good for fucking you. But how many times have you gone out there and just got completely outclassed because you're not throwing anything, dude? If you're not going to catch the guy with a big knockout punch, you better start fucking touching him so you outpoint him at least. He doesn't throw. That's my big issue with Eric Anders. His fights are extremely boring to fucking watch sometimes because of this. I really didn't think this guy was UFC caliber for a long time. He's got that power, though, and he can knock anyone out. It's just sometimes that punch doesn't come, my guy. And so you got to set it up right, and you got to just start taking risks. And I don't think Eric Anders does that. So I'm going with Andre Balter. I'm going to put 250 on him.
Yeah, dude. I mean, no disrespect to either one of these fighters. I mean, it's the toughest sport in the world, and I'm really not trying to, say anything because, God, I could never do this. But it's kind of a weird fight to put on the main card, right?
Yeah.
Why is Chris Curtis not on the main card? I don't understand.
That's a way better fight.
Why is Imanov versus Chris Curtis? Like, why is that not on the pay-per-view? It does not make any sense. But whatever, it is what it is. They made their decision. I don't know. At a +115, go ahead and give me Eric Anders 100. I'm just not. I don't know. I no disrespect. I just don't really care about this fight.
Did the Khalil Roundtree Jr. and Chris Daukaus fight get pulled?
It's on the prelims.
I know. I'm just not seeing it on.
I think it got pulled.
Probably got pulled then already.
This fucking card's trash, dude. There's only 2 fights on the early prelims.
Bro, I love that Chris Curtis is a dog too in this fight.
I love it.
The prelim main event here.
Nasruddin Imamov at a -145 to +122. Chris Curtis. I love this fight, dude. This fight should be on the main card. It should be right under the co-main event. Chris Curtis, I thought he won that last matchup, dude. I'm not going to lie. He looked
close.
good. It was such a close fight. Maybe he lost it there in the very end, but he was in that fight the whole time. Chris Curtis has got extremely good defense, and I think it's really going to come in with Nasruddin. Nasruddin's going to try and take him down, but Chris Curtis is going to keep it on the feet. Chris Curtis might outstrike Nasruddin as well. I think he's got a little bit crisper, cleaner. It's just the thing that I think sets Chris Curtis apart from a lot of these guys is his defense. He is so difficult to land those shots on. His defense is fantastic, and he really mixes it up very well. So I'm going with Chris Curtis in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm not joking around. This is your best value on this card right here is Chris Curtis. He's coming in at a dog right now, guys, like a dog. Okay, so let's do a little comparison game. Sean Strickland, Chris Curtis. Who has better defense? Who has better offense? I would say Chris Curtis in both of those aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sean has got great striking. I'm not putting anything beside him. But Imamov lost a decision to him. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Chris Curtis.
Curtis, KO. Yeah, for me.
+125 straight up. Like, even if you just want to play the win, it's all day. Cash that ticket in. I might throw a Hunsky on that. I'm so confident here on Chris Curtis. I know I need to settle down, but give me Chris Curtis for sure on this one, and let's go 500 coin.
All right,
let's do
parlay time. So I'm gonna do a 3-fight parlay. I'm gonna go a little crazy. You know what? I'm gonna make 4-fight parlay. I'm gonna go a little crazy. Charles Oliveira, Adam Fuggett, Nate the Train Landwire, and Chris Curtis for all in, baby.
Okay. Yeah, my 2. I'm just going to do a 2-fight parlay. I'm going to keep it very, very small because some of these matchups are just so hard to kind of determine what's going on here. So I am going to go Beneil Dariush and Chris Curtis, and I'm going to put 1,000 on that.
All right. Well, Mason, another one.
Yep.
We will be live this weekend, correct?
Yeah, that's the plan.
All
That's the
right.
plan, Stan.
You guys have been talking a lot of shit about it, though. I'm the only
I
one that's
know.
actually excited.
I know.
Right.
I know, but I'm
This-
not going to be here next month. So
Zero Sugar Starry. I thought you'd be happy.
I was happy. Thank you. And the Prime, too.
What's Starry?
Sierra
Sierra
Mist.
Sierra Mist.
Oh,
New Sierra
rebranded.
Mist.
No. Sierra Mist went the way of Bud Light.
Yeah.
Nope. They just wanted to, felt like, rebrand to, what was their wording? Attract Gen Z.
Oh, really?
It's like, hey, bro, everyone knows Sierra Mist. Chill.
Yeah. It's just weird that Starry is what they. I don't know. Whatever.
It's lit, bro.
It's good, nonetheless. I enjoy
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely lit. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like, I just don't give a shit about this card all that much. Like, I don't care. I can't wait till fucking International Fight
Still
Week comes.
dropping
I just
L's.
don't care. I just don't care. It's just the only good fight on this card is Charles, and the card's good. I don't know why, but it's like I don't care. I can't wait for International Fight Week, and I can't wait for that card after that as well. So I don't know.
You
just
and
need to
I
move on
both.
from this.
I'll be in Vegas for that, and God, I need a vacation. So yeah, I cannot wait for international.
Yeah,
Fight.
but we will be live, guys. We will be having the wheel out. We're gonna have a lot of entertaining stuff going on. So every time you guys donate, we will be doing crazy shit on the podcast.
Guests, I think we can tease. We may have Jimbo,
And probably cash.
extra cash, and maybe someone special. Maybe someone special, near and dear to our hearts.
Ken
I'll
Dog?
just leave it at that. No, no. I said hearts. Come on.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I
Okay,
don't
guys.
either.
Well, thanks
What's
for
on-
watching.
What's on the agenda for Big Screen Boys?
Just a couple trailer reactions this week, guys. I'm
Hey,
busy.
tease 'em.
My life's busy.
Tease them for next week. Tease them. Go ahead. Do it.
Spider-Man: All That Remains. It's gonna be great. Or Spider-Verse into the Spider-Man.
I don't think that's what it's
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
into the Spider-Butt. It's gonna be good. It was tremendous. The animation it'll be a top 3 film.
I was watching
for
some
me.
reviews, and they liked it, but they said that some parts were boring and it was too long. I knew it was going to be a 2-parter, so I felt like it was fine.
Mhm.
Maybe if you go into that theater with the mindset, you won't be bothered by it. But
Yeah,
I
if
knew
you
I
know
knew
it's
it was going to
long.
be a part 2.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was going to be long. Like,
Well, the animation keeps you attracted the entire time. Where I feel like there's so much going on that it's like
It was-
it's really cool.
it was
the
a
animation
cold open.
alone is awesome.
it was a cold open. It was nice to see. There wasn't really any boring parts to me, but
Yeah, it lulled a little bit in the middle. That's why I got up and got some popcorn and drinks because I was like kind of nodding off.
it was
tired.
also a late showing, to be
Mhm.
fair. So
Yeah, we were in the theater past midnight. So
Yeah, I've seen 3 movies this last week because I was
Wow.
gotta catch up. I went and saw The Machine. I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and me and Kelsey went and saw The Little Mermaid. Guess which one was my favorite out of all 3 of those?
I'm gonna guess Guardians.
yeah, it's got to be Guardians.
The Little Mermaid. I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
You're jerking.
I
me
didn't
right
like it.
No,
dude.
dude.
This is why you're. This is why
I
you're.
didn't like it.
This is why
I
you're
thought
never
it was
invited.
boring.
This is why you're never
I
invited
thought
to
it
BSB.
was boring. I
This
thought
is
it was
why
boring.
you're
I
never
didn't give a
invited
shit.
to BSB.
I didn't give a shit. I was like,
Why?
because the Marvel movies haven't attracted me. Quantum Mania was trash.
I get it.
Everything's been garbage so far, and I thought Guardians was just more hot garbage. I hated Gamora. She's the worst character in the whole fucking movie.
Bro, it was a standalone. It had nothing to do with any other bullshit Marvel universe. James Gunn did a phenomenal job with that. And I'm a guy who can't stand
the music was good.
I
like the music and it looked pretty. That was all.
I thought
that
it was
it.
It's a good standalone film that
I
you
thought it
don't
was
necessarily have
awesome.
to watch the others for.
And then, obviously with what's the raccoon's name? Why am I forgetting his name?
Rocket Story was the best part.
Story was incredible,
Hurts.
It was really sad, I loved it. I thought
Did
it was
you
great.
cry?
The villain was awesome. I missed it. I got a little misty.
I did not.
I just didn't care, dude. I found myself just not caring.
Yeah.
The
entire
High
time.
Evolutionary was a great
High
villain.
Evolutionary
Just
was
complete
a great villain.
Dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Genuinely hated the guy, which is what you want in a villain like that. Yeah, I thought
I'm
it was
just
awesome.
over the movies, dude. I'm kind of over superhero shit right now.
I
Well,
get it.
I'm gonna give the Flash a chance because
Oh.
Michael Keaton's Batman. Like I'm real interested to see what they do there. But I don't know. I'm gonna give the
Okay, so
Flash.
how
a
was the
chance.
machine?
It wasn't that funny. I'm gonna
Really?
be honest. There were parts that made me really, really laugh hard. Like there was one scene where this fucking Russian chick just slit this guy's throat, but then he smiled and like kept fighting, and then Bert punched him in the throat, and his hand just like fisted his cut, and his hand got stuck inside of his head, inside of his neck, and he's just freaking out. That shit was hilarious. There were some parts that were really, really funny, but for the most part, it was very Bert. Like Bert's got his own unique comedy, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's hit and miss sometimes.
Yeah, I want to see more. You know, I miss the era of good comedy films.
There hasn't been a good comedy in a long time.
No, it's because everyone's scared.
Like
Knocked Up was hilarious.
Oh,
That was like peak Jonah Hill before before they started like caring about like, oh, we don't want to offend anyone. It's just like, it's comedy. Like, just fucking joke around. It's a movie. We know you don't. That's why you're an actor, because we know you don't actually.
Well,
believe
if you
what your
guys
characters
want to,
believe.
want more of those
fuck.
comedies, you better go support it because it's been out a week and
it's not doing good. The Machine was funny. It was funny. Okay, I'll give him. It's funny, but like, I don't know. It
hasn't made its budget back.
I haven't seen a good comedy. Like, I feel like just we peaked with like Step Brothers and that era of like just hilarious.
Well, yeah, because
Superbad, hilarious.
Because
and now they're like apologizing for, or not everyone, but I guess certain people.
We
are
peaked.
apologizing
We
for
peaked, and
Superbad.
I just feel like comedies.
Like,
The Machine tried.
It's a comedy.
He tried. He did
because
good. It
Adam-
wasn't good enough to
look. There's a trend of comedies just not being that funny anymore because Adam McKay and Will Ferrell don't work together anymore. That's why. That's why you don't see those movies anymore. You don't see the other guys. You don't see Step Brothers. You don't see Knock. It's done, which I feel like was a big mistake.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
But everyone's kind of. I do feel, and like, yeah, this is a trope, but I do feel like a lot of people in the industry are scared to make a comedy because there's so many jokes. Like, you could just literally, like, you could have a stereotype of a man like being ultra strong or something, and then it's like, oh my god, my oppression. It's just like, no one can make a joke anymore, and people just like don't want to make good comedies, which I think is bullshit. Like, who gives a fuck if people get mad? It's a comedy, so you're supposed to have bad characters who do bad things in funny situations. That's what a comedy is. You're supposed to laugh at those people.
Maybe you should
But,
write
you
a
know,
comedy.
I miss Adam Sandler movies.
I thought about it.
I feel like you could.
I've thought about it.
Maybe you should do it. Like, legit.
And I've had like really funny ideas and stuff. I've had this. I actually am almost done with a script that I've been writing for like 3 years, and it's a really interesting comedy. It's really funny, and it's kind of that Superbad theme, but a lot dark.
Would
It's
you
like a dark
be one of
comedy.
those people that you like writing, right?
Mhm.
You love directing,
Yes.
or maybe no,
Yeah.
and then you like acting.
I would much rather
which of
direct
those
than act.
direct? Yeah, so you learn to direct and act. Would you be like a director actor type of
'Cause
thing, or would you
I've directed
strictly
theater for years?
or would you
know?
strictly like to just do directing and writing?
I mean, I would like to act, but I don't.
You
it'd
like
have to be
seeing
the right character.
you like seeing your vision come to fruition,
Yeah.
more so than
More so.
actually playing the characters.
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
from
you should-
being in front of the camera to being behind, I've realized I actually enjoy being behind it. I do enjoy acting too. It's just to see your vision, like, that would be awesome. But again, you got to there's so much shit to making a movie, and then getting your screenplay.
Hey man, create your own
picked up.
studios one day.
Tremendous Studios guys on YouTube. Go
Or,
subscribe.
I guess
comedy.
you could just start with a short film.
Yeah, we could do sketches and stuff. Yeah. It's just, realistically, it's hard enough to even meet up for a podcast, let alone filming a movie. So, it's
We'll
one
all
of those
just
things.
take 3 months off of work.
Yeah, there you go.
We won't have any trailers. There will be no hair and makeup.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good, it's a good.
Oh, dude, if I get in a
alternate
trailer,
universe.
it's not happening. Not happening. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But to end it on this, Little Mermaid, visually stunning, exact same as the cartoon. It was essentially a shot-for-shot remake.
Great.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed that.
Shout out. I did. I enjoyed it more than fucking Guardians. I'm gonna be honest.
I just don't think
It just,
I just
it's
don't
so
think-
contradictory though. Like,
I
to
just
say
don't
that
think-
you're so tired of the same thing with Marvel, but then to go watch a literal shot-for-shot remake
Mhm.
of a fucking movie that they have done so many times.
Mhm.
Lion King, Beauty and the Beast. It's like, huh? I
I'm
don't
just
get it.
I'm just
Trigger in
waiting
the
for
chat.
the what's that? What's the Princess and the Frog? Which one?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Why?
Fine.
I'm done with the remakes. Can we stop doing remakes, please? For
Why?
the love of God.
Because
Why
she's
don't
gonna
you
be
wanna-
Jewish.
Well, let's not. Nope.
What did you say?
He said foolish.
All right, that's it, boys.
Footloose.
All right.
Cut the cameras,
Guys, if
caboose.
you have not already, go to our social media accounts, guys. At P4P MMA Pod on everything. We're posting funny memes, trying to make you guys laugh. TikTok as well, guys. We're gonna be posting shorts and TikToks on there, so go follow us and share that stuff on your own social media accounts, guys. We have free use for all of that. Share our live streams. Share our audio only platforms as well. Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, guys. We're on everything. If you listen to podcasts on that app, it is on there. P4P MMA Pod. Go and check it out, and also leave us 5-star reviews on all of those audio only platforms, guys. It really does help us push up into the algorithm. And if you could do all that, you could also go follow Tremendous Studios over here on YouTube, our second channel, guys. Also go to our Patreon, Tremendous Digital Network. Everything, all of our exclusive content on every channel we have here goes there. So go subscribe over there as well. Joseph Blotti
says, gentlemen, sorry. Let me just say it how he typed it. Gentlemen, sorry I late. But does Nunes have to silence the naysayers again after what Dana White questioning her hunger? I feel like some people, but you guys take it away.
I also feel like, that's the only narrative that we can have with Amanda Nunes, because outside of Juliana Pena, the little hiccup, she's been so dominant that we kind of have to add drama, because let's be honest, this card's not that good for a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
that is what it is.
It leaves more to be desired. So Dana's got to do something to try to sell it. So he's, I do see what he's doing. He's like, oh, is Amanda still hungry? Is she I think she kind of proved it with the rematch with Juliana Pena. Absolutely wiped the floor with her.
She took
in
her
the
face and
rematch.
scrubbed it on the mat.
So is Amanda serious? Yeah, probably. But you got to try to sell it as a promoter. So I understand what Dana's doing there. I think we're going to get a motivated Amanda, as we often do. It's going to be a great fight. I think Aldana can knock Amanda out, but it's a matter of if she'll do it. That's a big question, but hopefully that answers it.
Also, to end this on a great note, Mason, we totally forgot about something that I reminded Tabor of.
Okay.
You guys both said that you weren't super satisfied with the France card. Mm-hmm. I think we can agree on, right?
Yeah.
Well, we forgot something. Yesterday there were some fights by our pal, and we just forgot to go to them. We planned for it.
Yeah, no, I saw that. After the fact.
I was very upset sitting in my car. I was like, we could have just been there.
We could have just been there.
Yeah, it would have been a great time. Probably better judging, too.
Yeah, I guarantee better judging.
Better judging.
Guaranteed.
So shout out to them. We will be at the next one 100%.
They needed a 175 or last minute. I go, well, thank God I'm too heavy, because I would have stepped in there and got
I looked at the scale. I said, I'm 170, but... I
know. Part of me, I would only have to do it impromptu, because then
do you think you'd really do it if you were there and they're like, hey, we need a guy 190 to 185. We need a guy who wants to get in there, and it's just this fucking jacked behemoth just fucking ready.
Please do the next one.
On.
Please.
Hold on.
Would you?
No. If that guy had any experience at all, and if he was in the gym for more than
just Mike Tyson in a wig.
No. Again, it's circumstantial, everyone. If this guy's first matchup ever, I would go in there, still probably get my ass knocked out, because I've not been in the gym. I haven't worked out. I would have 30 seconds of cardio, and then I'd be gassed to the tits. But I would do it so the man had an opponent to whoop someone's ass, because I would at least like to get in there one time.
Dude, shut the fuck up. You're so full of shit. You would not, if Austin comes out and goes, okay, I need a 190 guy to fight this guy. Who wants to do it? You're saying yes.
You keep changing the narrative. You're like, if this jack guy who's got 100 fights, professional fights, walks out and he's jacked and he's knocked out 99 opponents, you're trying to tell me that you would go out there? No, you fucking idiot. Of course I would not. Again,
so another scrub. As long as he's a scrub.
Yeah, because I'm a scrub. So naturally, you need a little bit of competition. Yes. Okay. So if he's 0-0 and he's been training for 5 or 6 months,
I hope this happens.
I will go out. And they needed someone last second. Yes, I would step in. It's not like I'm stepping in, being all confident, being like, I'm going to knock this. No, I realize I'm going in there. I'm going to get gassed in 30 seconds, and I'm probably going to get finished in the first. Okay? More than likely, I'll get head kicked into oblivion like fucking Jorge Masvidal's grandpa. Okay?
That guy's still out cold. He's been in a coma for 2 years now.
I don't think more of myself. It's not like I'm ultra confident walking in. I'm going to be fucking petrified. But yes, I would step up if no one else did. Okay.
I don't know, man.
And
I hope it happens.
I would.
He's just running around the fucking ring.
He's just scared,
Yeah,
screaming.
exactly.
No,
No.
please, Ray.
No.
He's just
And
screaming,
again, I
"Rape."
would have to get a visual of the individual
Oh my
that
God.
I'm fighting, because if this dude has got fucking pecs, then I'm like, I'm gonna put. No, I'm not doing it. So it really depends on the
But
body.
physique isn't everything. We've seen that in the heavyweights.
No,
in the
I
UFC.
understand, but you can kind of look at someone and tell how serious they are. Okay, you look at me with my shirt off, you're like, not that serious. You know what I'm saying? So
Please,
it all depends.
please. After your trip from Vegas, you're gonna come back feeling rejuvenated. Will you please start training and just have one kickboxing fight this year?
If I can actually go down to one job and outwork 70 or 80 hours every week,
Please.
yes, I will do
Okay.
one kickboxing match.
If I
100%.
quit my job and start working here full time, can you just fight just once?
I honestly genuinely would like to, but here's the thing. It's got to be the right, I'm not here to be a fucking professional fighter. I'm not here to
But you need to be in that mindset so that you can commentate better, right?
No, 100%. Yeah. Like if I was actually training for a fight, yeah.
I know
It'd
how
be
serious you
different.
get about
It'd be
working
fucking
out.
different.
Imagine if training for a fight for, we'll give you a nice 8-week camp. Let's just do that.
I know.
Can we do a mock camp? Can we do a mock?
I don't want to be confident and then the coach be like, "Oh, you're confident, huh? Oh, here's a guy who's got 26 wins and 4 losses." And I'm like, "Okay, coach, I'm confident." But come on. Don't do that to me. Please don't do that. That's honestly my biggest fear of signing up for a fight is them giving me some savage who's got
They're not going to give you some savage.
No,
They're going to give you another amateur who's not,
Yeah.
What if can we just, okay, you don't have to fight yet, but can we just do like a mockumentary of like an 8-week camp of you training super hard and being super serious?
Bro, we can barely be consistent on this podcast. We're not doing a mock. No one's going to have time for that. No one's going to show up and actually do that.
I will
would rather
show
just
up.
do the fight because none of that's going to happen. We talk a lot, a big game about everything on this fucking podcast, and we don't do any of it. So no, we will not do a mockumentary because it's not going to fucking happen.
I'll do a
No.
I'll do a jiu-jitsu match.
There you go.
I'll do a jiu-jitsu
There you
match.
go.
I don't want to fucking
There
get
you
punched
go.
in the face, man.
Okay, will you do a jiu-jitsu match?
No, I'd rather do a fight. 100%. I'd rather throw punches. Yes.
Please, whatever I have to do.
Okay.
Whatever I have to do, please.
When I go down to one job before I move to Vegas, yeah, we'll do it. 100%.
Okay, done.
It won't be till next year because Austin, I think, only does events once
Fine.
a year.
Fine.
You heard it here first, guys. Mason's going to train this next year, and he will do a kickboxing match against Andrew Tate. We weren't just capping all those times we talked about it, guys.
Yeah.
It is going to happen. Battle of YouTubers
Battle
2024.
of the YouTubers. Yes.
It's happening. All right.
Absolutely. And if I lose, Andrew, I'll sign up for your class, World.
Yeah, the war room,
I thought
whatever.
that shit got shut down.
Who knows?
It's changed now. It's a $49 course a month, but I will sign up for it.
Nerdiversary.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. That's it. That's the P4P MMA podcast. Until next time.
Bye.